All right, guys. Let me talk about this right quick because I'm kind of like, I don't really know what to say, but I got a couple of questions about this, and I got an opinion about this. My opinion, of course. This is DJ Wolf Live. All right, guys. I got to talk about this for a second, man. I was listening to the local the local news station out here in the DMV. And they were talking about a march that's going on today called, get this, the Black Mamas March. And I'm like, okay. So when white women march, do you hear them talking about a white mama's march supporting their children? No. Or Mexicans or Asian folks talking about Asian mama's march. Why is it when it comes to us, we have to be not only families are raised by single mamas, but the complete analogy of us as a race have completely separate groups marching for the same goddamn thing. I don't get it. And to me, it's a separatist move. And black women hadn't woke up to smell of coffee about it. Yeah, I said it. And it's going on right now. The Black Mamas March, and I'm on their website, it says, Black Mamas March is a space for black mamas and parents to take action. Aren't black mamas considered parents? To take action in the name of black joy, black love, and the defense of black lives. We will honor all of the black children and mamas that are forced to mourn too soon and have a dance party. There we go. Have a dance party as part of our protest. Who the fuck gonna take you seriously after that? You know, you go out and mourn and then you party saying, all right. Let me read that again. It says, we will honor all of the black children and mamas that were forced to mourn too soon and have a dance party as part of our protest. Let that one sink in. We will protect our families and provide PPE. You know, of course, that's the stuff for your mask and all that. Hand sanitizer and ground markers to help folks observe physical distancing, which no one follows, because I'll tell you about that in a second. Strollers, wagons, and baby carriers are strongly encouraged. Now, here's the thing about the social distancing that black folks don't practice. I was at the local supermarket yesterday. No, actually, the farmer's market. I'm sorry, the farmer's market out here in Prince George County. And the woman had to be, she couldn't have been more than about 4 feet from it, instead of the usual 6 foot. I could tell. It's like, damn, you in that big of a damn hurry? You know, so black folks don't practice social distancing as much as I thought they would. They don't. Some do, a lot of them don't. I'm telling you for a fact. All right. Well, it says strollers, wagons, and baby carriers are strongly encouraged. It says it includes a space for all black mamas, our families, and our allies who are centering and supporting black lives in pursuit of joy and justice. Those who gave birth and those who took on the mothering role. All family structures are welcome and loved. Really? So why does there have to be a Black Mamas March for the same thing that Black Lives Matter march for? I don't get it. I don't get it. You know? So you have to have a separate group to show that you're leaders over your men. You know, if it was specifically a women's march, that might be one thing. But this march is the same thing that Black Lives Matter movement and other organizations of that ilk are doing. You have to get that attention that you sorely want so bad to say, look at me, we're doing something as black mamas. Then how about being part of one movement, one unit, join together to fight the same battles instead of all these different factions? This is crazy. I hope they have a successful march, and I hope, there's a very peaceful march. I really do. My heart goes out to them. But by the same token, I'm like, to me, this is crazy. A Black Mama's March. Now, no other group or race of people have anything like this. But our people. A Black Mama's March. Well, I'll be damned. It's crazy. It's... I just had to say something about it. This is why we're... the old saying goes, united we stand, divided we fall. And to me, this is more division than anything else. This is absolute division. Because you basically telling us as men that you don't need the men, or you don't need to be marching alongside your man or men. You got your own agenda. And I know white people behind that agenda. The Black Baby Mamas March. I never thought that they'd ever come up with anything like that. It's crazy. Are you saying that you're putting your business out there to say everybody, all black men don't support us? Because that's what this shit sounds like. And a number of y'all black women, of course not all, but a number of y'all black women do as much scandalous and treacherous and ratchet shit as guys do. I know this for a fact. But to sit there and have instead of you having a march alongside men, and I know what y'all gonna say. Well, y'all had the Million Man March. Okay, well, we had the Million Man March. The Million Man March was about men, black men, getting together and showing leadership in the black community. Not that women don't have leadership, not that they don't have leadership roles to play in the community, but you need to let the men out in front so that the younger men can learn about the responsibilities they need to be as black men coming up. But this separate baby mama's march mess, that's crazy. And there's a Black Mama Matter Alliance, as though black mamas never mattered. I mean, come on. Really? Really? Seriously. I'm appalled by that. And yes, I'm appalled by that because now you saying that the only, that it's about black mamas. It ain't about black mamas. This world ain't about y'all. It ain't about just y'all. Y'all have always had support from other folks, including your grandmamas, your aunties, your great grandmamas, your mothers, uncles, cousins, all that. Black men, we've always had to stand on our own 2 feet, especially when you didn't have father support. We've always had to. And y'all come up with some more bullshit like this. Really? I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my sisters, man. I do. I just don't like it when you try to separate yourselves from the community and saying, oh, black mamas matter, daddies don't. Because that's what this sounds like to me. Because it didn't mention anything about men marching with y'all. Now, one thing, I just read that, cover to cover. Didn't say anything about men marching with y'all at all. Y'all didn't even include black men in this. At least when the black, because I was down there for the Million Man March in 95. They included women to come down. They encouraged women to come down with them to march. Y'all didn't say anything about that in your website. They say nothing about men coming down and march with y'all. Because now it's all about y'all. Ooh, we got to get our independence. Really? How about you marching alongside your men? Even if they ain't, some of them are, these guys aren't your man. March alongside with them for unity and support. For everybody in our community. Not just for y'all. This is DJ Wolf. I'm out.